Boom, boom, boom. Oh, I wanted to hear Cash Money Brothers. Not Cash Money Brothers. For the love of money. For the love of money. Hang on 1 second. Oh, that's right. Bone Thugs and Harmony did one. Love of money. I have to post my thing on Facebook. We are not on Facebook. We are not on Facebook. All right, good there on YouTube. Facebook ain't happening. Facebook, hell no. Facebook ain't happening, right? I won't be pro-war. You're never gonna get me to be pro-war. It's just not gonna happen. Delete my channel now. Go ahead and delete my page. I'm never gonna be okay with wars. I'm never gonna be okay with justifying killing people. I'm never gonna be okay with that. I have 4 billion sisters on this planet, and I'm never gonna be okay with you bringing war to places they gotta live. All right, hang on, let me get the link. Billion sisters on this planet, and I'm never gonna be okay with you bringing war to places they. Boom, 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 boom. I'm never gonna be okay, but I'm not mad at Facebook. Don't get me wrong, I'm not mad. Not mad at Facebook at all. Not at all. It's their club, their party. Their party is their party. It's their living room. They get to determine the rules. You don't go to somebody else's house and tell them what you're going to talk about. So I'm not mad at Facebook at all. We just have to get down where we can get down. I told y'all. I'm not. I have no interest in forcing people to hear me. Not at all. Facebook, they need you to be to a degree pro-war because that's how this world works. This is what most people want, and I'm not interested in that. So I always speak the truth wherever I go. All right, hang on, let me do that. I think I'm gonna bring the comments up over here. See if I can bring them here. It'll be a little easier to watch over here. So it's gonna take people a minute to come on over. In the meantime, let me get the comments right. I'm gonna try something. Evolution is a good thing. Evolution is a great thing. I can actually probably get the topic, the title to work right. I'm gonna try something. I'm gonna do like a opaque background. You gotta evolve. You evolve and you move forward. And when you get blocked, in other places, it evolves you. And so I'm thinking of a few places and things I need to do to evolve what I'm attempting to do. Hang on, let me, how do I make a transparent background? That's not the evolution I was talking about, but that's something I want to try. Where's the background at? Nope, that's not it. That's not it. That's not enhance lock position. Refresh. Prop. Shape. Masking. No, it's not masking. How about a one color? Yeah, no, I don't think that's it. Layout. No. Width like this. I'm looking for a feature to have an opaque. There we go. Opacity. Opacity is a big word. Opacity. That's a big word. I don't do big words. There we go. Oh, there we go. Fade the background like that. And maybe do the chat box. Let me see, it's black. I don't want it to be black. I want it to, no, I don't want it to be white either, because life isn't black and white. I'm gonna do it like that. And let's see if we can move this. Oh, look at that. Somebody type something so I can see if this looks right. Oh, this is cool. That actually would be neat. But it means I gotta pick backgrounds that that either don't have the color of the font or something. Oop, nope. If you're just joining, this is what we do. It's a conversation. Somebody type something. Oh no, there we go. Oh, wait. Let's try to do this. Let's bring it forward. Hey, who's that? Christine. Good morning, Christine Wins. Good morning, sis. Hang on. Let me bring the comments forward. Oh yeah, that's gonna be sexy. Woo! Check that out. I like that. That'll work on that background. What are we talking about today? What are good jobs? What are good careers? That's what I have a question on. What a good job. I'm not gonna get this right. Hang on. Maybe if we go like that. I like that, but I want it to go across the whole screen. I think it's just the size of the picture that won't let me do it. Let me see. Hello again. No Facebook. No, Christine. No Facebook. I think that I'm being naughty, Christine. I think war is bad. I'm being naughty. I think war is bad, and I'm never going to say war is good. But I'm not. I'm not upset. I'm not upset with it. I wouldn't. It's it's like this. It's their house, right? And they determine there's a certain degree of pro-war you have to be. And I'm not pro-war. I'm not okay with it. Like I've said a minute ago, I got 4 billion sisters on this planet, and I'm not okay with any of them being hurt. I'm not okay with you sending weapons to anybody's nation. It's never okay because you want me to be in America. I just changed my status on Facebook. I'm gonna give a minute for people to come on over. Let me show you my status. I changed my status to let people know we're over here. Where's that? Right here. Oh. I'm still blacked on Facebook because it's black. I'm blacked, right? Because I didn't type it wrong. I mean that. I mean that when I say it. I'm blacked on Facebook. Why? Because you got to be black if you're black on Facebook. You got to be white if you're white. You got to be American if you're American. You got to be Democrat. You got to pick a team, and I don't have a team. I'm not interested in like slave designations. In fact, who was that? Brother Gary made a post this morning where someone was talking about only non-white people can be racist or something. I'm just like, what the hell is wrong with people? People dumb as a bag of bricks. Dumb as a bag of bricks. You say Gary was talking to somebody about, is Gary here? Were you talking to somebody and they said, well, they've got black, they got Indian and something white in them and something, and they just totally disacknowledged the white side and just something crazy like that. And I had a response for him. It was a long one. I won't go through it. But basically on this point of my comment right there, which was just that, everyone's given false designations, right? These are slave designations. These are designations given to people to control them, right? They're born in a place and those labels are used to make them fools. The labels are used to control them, and I'm not a slave. I don't have a slave designation. So if Facebook needs me to be American and pro-bombing children, I'm not going to be that. And that's what yesterday was about. It's Veterans Day, so they need to control the message. And I get that, so I'm not upset. I'm not upset. They need to control the message. It's their house. They should control the message. And then the population does what it does. You want to be pro-bombing children, and that's your message, and that's what you do. But as long as I'm allowed to speak there, I'll speak there. If I can't speak there, I'll speak somewhere else. But I'm not really, this is what most people want. Most people want to be political parties. They want to be controlled. Ooh, I don't like that. That's too big. Oh, where are we at? We're in Egypt. We're in Egypt. I was going to talk about the king's coffers today. What's a good job? What's a good career? And I kind of think a good job, a good career. Number one, I don't think they exist. I think that's crazy. Let's get started. I don't think good careers and jobs exist. I think I was listening to Saj Guru. He was talking about, and I'm gonna try to read the comments. I had to get used to this. This is weird. I gotta get used to it. First one, change music. He was my guru was listening to another guru. And I got a whole bunch of gurus. And what he said was, a lot of y'all, my teachers, I might have a guru or two in the crowd. He said there was another guru another mystic that said the time, I get down to it because I want to make sure I say it right. Right? Nope, that's not it. That's not it. Crossing highways. Nope, that's good. Ooh, conspiracy theory. We can talk about that too. Conspiracy theory. Right. He said a time is coming where man will have no work on his hands. Right. And so Saj Guru was talking about it. Right. There's a time coming where man will have no work on his hands. Right. There's a time coming where man won't be used for labor. There's a time coming where man won't have to use labor. Right. Like that whole automation. And this was the whole automation economy, robot economy, robots doing all the work, either killing us or working for us, taking our jobs so we can free up the human race so we can go do things. because jobs and careers, I think, are a temporary step in technological evolution. It's a very inefficient step, and we shouldn't stay there. We have to move forward. We have to get better. We got to keep moving forward, and I think my post on that was something to the effect of, don't support anybody trying to make the current inefficiencies the permanent model, right? Like, jobs are a temporary step. Don't get caught on it. They need to go away. It's a temporary step. We need to step beyond that, free the human race. But there are a lot of those who are trying to make it a permanent stop, a permanent nightmare in humanity, where everyone's seeking to do what the kings do. That's why I'm in the king's chamber, because it wasn't the king's chamber. We don't know what the hell it was. Because that's what they call it. They call this a sarcophagus. That's where they buried the king. No, that's not where they buried the king. That actually is where they had some sort of device, technology, something that nobody has any damn idea what it is. And they moved it. What is a good job? What is a good career? There's no such thing as a good job or a good career. They're all bad. All of them are foul. They're all funky, dirty, stinky, based in human labor. It's all a mistake, but it's a step. It's a step. We have to keep stepping forward. But in today's society, I asked the question, what is a good job in terms of what's coming, right? So we know currencies collapse. We know nobody's debating the currency collapsing. We know that that's coming. So what's a good job when you know the currency is going to have its hiccup? It might have a hiccup for a week. They might have a bank holiday for a week. They might have a bank holiday for a month. It might be 10 years. Nobody, I don't know. There are people who seem to think that they know. I was going to move this over because I can't see the comments. I have it right there. A good job would be one that will sustain you through whatever's coming. Right? Whatever's coming, you can be sustained with that thing that you do. You can eat, you can live, your family can eat and live. And if there is no currency, right, and that's just a barter. That's all it is. It's just a barter. All the currency system is, we should go back to bartering. People, we never left bartering, okay? You had a king that had more of this one thing, call it gold, silver, metal, whatever, copper, and he decided to dominate the human labor, right? By making a currency, a barter, and make everybody barter with what he wanted everybody to barter with. Then he could have set prices, right? Cronyism. So bartering never stopped. Everybody uses the same, everybody uses one thing, right? To barter everything else and allows the setting of the price. It's all control. It's all slavery, and I'm not for any of that. We're doing some buffering. Okay, well, that'll happen. So I don't think there are any good jobs. I think there are no good careers. I think these are temporary stops. But what do you do when you know your currency's about to collapse? Well, I think you think about what can you do that you can barter for other things, seeing how the king's bartering system is coming to a temporary or permanent end. I'm hoping on permanent. Well, something with your hands. What do you do? Do you make medicine? Can you make soap? Do you make anything that people need? Do you have any skill sets with your hand? Can you make things? Can you fix things? Can you do anything worthwhile? Please don't say you're an accountant. You might do some counting later, but you're not going to do counting in a state of a currency collapse, right? A good job is looking at what's coming and then picking and choosing what you're going to do, because you can do that with whatever's coming. The currency's collapsing. Nobody's debating that. Nobody's debating that. That is not even a debate among analysts anymore. The question is, what comes next and how fast does it come? So what you need to be focused on is, how do you survive in a community and get the things that you need? You can't grow your own food. You can't drink your own water. What do you do to sustain yourself? That's the question. That's what I'm saying. So you want to do something physically with your hands. So that's a good job. That's a good career. Because this whole currency system, and this is not the king's coffer. This actually was probably a king's coffer. It probably was. It wasn't a sarcophagus. No king got buried in there. Kimberly says they're lost. Well, it might be their loss. I don't know. I don't think they think so, Kimberly. I think Facebook is happy with it. I think Facebook is quite happy with it. They've decided that that's what they want. They don't want anti-war voices. You can be anything you want to be. You got to pick a team. But you cannot have an anti-war voice. You have to be pro-war to some degree. And that's what they want. I don't have a problem with that. That's their house. So not upset with that at all. We just have to keep moving. This is where the human race is. You have people who still agree with violence. And I don't agree. I'm not a what is it, negative resonance, right? I don't believe in negative resonating. I don't believe in the things they want me to believe in. So then they don't want me on their platform, then it's okay. They should delete my channel. That's how I started out. So you delete my channel because I'm not gonna stop. I'll stop when they'll just completely take the live ability. They didn't tell me how long. They didn't tell me if it's permanent. I don't really care. I'm still going to speak, whether I'm speaking it to 5 people, I'm speaking it at a coffee house, or I'm speaking it on YouTube or VK or wherever I end up. Everywhere I go, I'm going to say things that are truthful. I will never say what you want me to say. I'll never do it. I have a problem with authority. I've always had a problem with authority. You know, it's like you got to be all sensitive. Actually, I want to show you my phone. I had a few interesting. I think I had an interesting thought this morning. You may not think so. You may, oh, that was stupid. My earliest thought. Yeah, this is it right here. I'm not even sure. There you go, Brother Gary. I'm not sure what I was going to see. Increased clarity comes from increases in data and critical thought, right? We're foggy. We don't see well. We're born in certain places. We can't sense other people. We can't sense outside of our community. We get locked into our herd. And if we don't ever escape the herd, we can't sense and collect data from other people, from other countries, from other nations, women from around the world who are all being abused by these violent destabilizing of government that you can't speak about on Facebook. I come from a veteran family. Yesterday was Veterans Day, Memorial Day and Veterans Day. I will always speak the truth to the people I've lost. Right? The wars are all a lie, and the wars need to stop. And once you increase your clarity, you can see clearer. You have a 30,000 foot level view of what's going on because you got out of your birth ignorance, your birth bigotry. You can see more people, you can feel more people. Then you can speak clearer because you can see clearer. When you turn on the windshield wipers, like we're driving down the road, you're born. You're born and you got all kind of mud and stuff and you can only see out through one little hole. You ever do that? I did it. All right, it's bad. Don't ever do it. It's stupid. Don't ever do it. I sometimes challenge myself. I'll get in the car. It's like I don't want to clean the windshield after like a really snowy night, and I'll just clean up. I'll clean up just enough so I can see. And I know I'll get going down the road and it's warm and the defroster and some of the snow and ice will flake off. Then I can clear and see everything. You know, but that's being stupid. Don't ever do that. You know, but opening up your clarity. Opening up your clarity, right? Sensing other people, seeing things from other people's perspective, not just a male perspective, right? Not just a Native American perspective, not just a Irish perspective, not just a Russian perspective, but seeing it from other people's perspectives, and it gives you a well-rounded view. Right? It takes you out of your flat earther beliefs that the earth is flat, or the earth is black, the earth is white, or the earth is England's, right? So you have to escape. You have to escape groupthink. And so that's what I was thinking. And that's also what got me in trouble on Facebook. Because when you start to look at the struggles that everybody has around the world, you can't be okay with war anymore. Right? Talk about time coming. What else? Then we'll look at the news. We'll see what's going on in the news. I haven't looked at the news in a long time. I have no idea what's happening. There's no more... there aren't many, what do they call it? Mass shootings. That's what they call them here. Everywhere else in the world is called America's here. Here we call it a mass shooting. Everywhere else in the world, they just say, hey, America's here, Britain's here, Canada's here. That's what they call it, right? Because we commit mass killings all day long, and they're popular. You can't really talk about them much on certain platforms because when you go to Facebook's living room, they don't want you to talk about it. Okay, that's up to you guys. But the reality is we kill people every day in mass. Right? So I'm not interested in mass shootings. And of course, so the whole conspiracy thing came up. So do you think everything's a conspiracy? Like, yeah, actually I do. I'm sorry. I think the kings are always conspiring because they got these coffers and they like to put the important stuff in those things and they put them in big stone chests that nobody can move, that have still been in the Great Pyramid since the beginning because they don't want you poor people having it. That's what I think. I think they're always conspiring. Crossing the street is a conspiracy, is my point. I do miss my little angry faces, though. I wish we had those back. I'm working on that. I might have to write some software to do something. But when you cross a busy highway, right? And your friends are like, move, run, duck, it's a car coming, bus, whatever. We had a thing when we were kids. They would go, car, C-A-R. Did anybody do that? Was that just us? That was just in my community where we couldn't spell too well. I still can't spell that well. They were like, car, C-A-R. You know, so you knew not to chase the ball across the street. That was a conspiracy theory. Right? It was a conspiracy. To me, I got to get the ball. I got to cross the street. Doesn't matter, it's a busy highway. I need to cross. Right? It's a conspiracy theory until I look at the evidence, right? Until I turn around and see that big old bus coming up the street, see the candy man in his truck coming. It's a conspiracy. Do I believe in conspiracies? Hell yes. Why? Because life is always crossing the street, right? We have kings and lords and lies and conflicts and war, right? You always have banks and big corporations and politicians taking rights and leaders and groups and ignorance. Right? So yes, life is crossing the street. Everything. Look at conspiracy. It's a conspiracy theory until you see the evidence. Because then it's not a theory no more. Then it's true. Something can conspire. And it's an 18-wheeler conspiring against you. It wants to run up the road. You want to get the ball. If you don't look at the evidence, you will find out how that story ends. And I don't think it ends well. But no, there are no more mass shootings in America. And magically it just stopped. It's like, fuck. There was like a mass shooting every month. They were flipping out, take the guns! Only rich people can have guns. What's wrong with you people? We need common sense gun control. We need to control you poor people with guns and just give all the guns to the rich people. And I laugh at it. Like only the cabal can have weapons and funnel them around the world. Poor people, you need locks and safeties and trigger manhole holes and crazy. I'm like, common sense gun control for poor people? I'm like, really? Y'all believe this crap? And so we started talking about it, and I gave my theory. To me, I don't think it's a coincidence that you don't see the mass killings that we do every damn day, and you don't see mass killings here. For the same reason. They might still be happening. They might be shooting up schools right now and you would not know because there's no capital in it, right? There's no disaster capitalism in it right now. Right now, they're off doing other projects. The media's, I don't know, on impeach or some other ignorant thing that they want to do. And so they're not using it for disaster capitalism. So nobody's talking about it because it's not in the news. And most people live in those realities. They live in the Fox reality, the MSN reality, the CNN reality, the MSNBC. They live in these false realities. So there's no more mass shootings. So, but you know, they're all false flags. They're all false flags. And I'm not saying they're fake. I'm saying they're false flags. They're always utilized to control the population because that's what the news is. The news is there simply to control people, to tell you what's happening somewhere else, to get some sort of behavior or vote out of you, right? And so, no, there are no conspiracy theories. And everything's a false flag because everything is utilized for disaster capitalism. Even from, Puerto Rico, like when Puerto Rico didn't have power, same damn thing. They use that for disaster capitalism. Right now, jobs are temporary. These are my posts in the morning if you're not on Facebook. This is what I do in the morning. I drink coffee and I listen to gurus and I think of stuff. And I watch my friends post. People send me things and like the whole day kicks off that way. But jobs are temporary. What are we gonna do? What are we gonna do? We're going to stop supporting people who are trying to make jobs a permanent nightmare. That's what once again, this is why I'm not on Facebook at the moment. I'm not live on it because I'm not going to jump in one team or the other. You got to be universal basic income and guaranteed jobs or bring jobs back to the country. And I'm like, people, jobs are slavery. Okay, it's a temporary step on human evolution. We stepped on that step. Can we get the hell off of this step, please? Can y'all stop cheering and voting for people who want to keep us in this permanent nightmare of human drudgery and forced labor and let the robots do what they're designed to do? Move to a more efficient economy. What else? Oh yeah, the women. That was the whole anti-war thing. I think there's too much CO2 in the air, and y'all should stop trying to get me to justify war. Stop trying to get me to, I'm not gonna, it'll never be justified. I view the whole planet as my family. As long as I view the whole planet as my family, you're wasting your breath. You can take that breath and stop causing climate change. Keep that in your mouth and don't let it out your butt either. Just keep it in. You're causing climate change. You trying to convince me that the left or the right's wars are okay, that America or China's or Russia's or anybody's wars are okay. I'm always going to say no, it's stupid. We need to evolve out of violence. You need to stop agreeing and grouping up with dumb people. Oh yeah, didn't toe the party line. All right, that was it. And toe the party, I don't think I post something else? Oh yeah, that was just, yeah. So yeah, no, I'm not. Yeah, and this is me blocked on Facebook. I'm saying with an A and an O, blocked on Facebook. Because they want you to be, they need you to live in a false reality. And I'm not going to live in their false reality. I'm against authority. I'm against authority. And I'm against people who know. Right? If you think you know, then you and I are going to have a rough conversation, because I don't actually think you know. And even if you do know, war is never a good option. Forcing people is always a bad idea. I'm so glad I was introduced to a variety of friends, or a variety of Facebook friends. It has extended my thinking abilities. Yeah, who is that? Sandra? And it's amazing. It's amazing when you talk to people. It's amazing when you don't abuse people and force people to think like you do because you grew up in some little ignorant, siloed sarcophagus or race or religion or something or nation, right? And it's people who expand your mind, and that's the only reason I do this, and I love it. And Facebook is fantastic for that. Social media is fantastic for that. But also, we can't be confused. In the current model, social media is going to become the mass media. That's the goal, right? Social media has to become mass media, and mass media is broken right now. Why? Because people love drama. They love conflict. They live in their own little herd minds. They live in their own little groupthink. And so social media makes money like media makes money. Drama, right? Drama sells newspaper. Drama brings people back to Facebook, social media, whatever. And so the long term is they're going to be worse than the mass media if we don't change who we are, right? We have to stop clicking on the drama stuff. We have to stop engaging in the drama and think about deep things. Give up on the impeachment and think about the peach, the damn peach tree, right? We're on the damn peach plantation. Damn it, we need to stop picking peaches. You ignore the impeachment. It doesn't matter whose butt's in the office when you got slavery and war. Slavery and war are bad. That's more significant, besides the fact he is the president who released the most minorities from prison anyway. So you need to rethink your data, all right? Not that I'm a pro or against Trump. I'm Trump agnostic. The whole thing is stupid to me. We have a model problem. We don't have a presidential problem. Where are we going? So yeah, no, I appreciate it. I love social media for that. I love the fact that, I've been exposed to all different types of people, and I'm slowly getting out of my ignorant mindset of being tribal. I'm evolving, right? People will evolve you. When you see everybody as your brother and sister, you have no other choice but to evolve. Yeah, so I'm not mad at that. It's supposed to go that way. Most people are tribal, so we're gonna break social media the same way we broke media. I don't blame media for that. Why? Because we tuned into what's drama, and so they begin to show more drama, more drama, more drama, more drama. Less news, more drama. Less news, more drama. And then finally, it's all fake and a lie, and it's all entertainment. And government realize you can control the people with this, and that's what they do with it. And I don't blame them for that either. They're supposed to do that. So we either move forward and evolve past it, or we don't. They should kick people off their platform that doesn't agree with their rule set. And that's what they're doing. What's next for their plan if mass shootings stopped? I don't know, Christine. I would say that because do mass shootings stop? I would say no. Mass shootings happen everywhere on the planet. Most of them we are behind. Our starvation and scarcity model is behind. So the mass shootings never stop. They just stop telling us about the mass killings because they don't want us to think about people being hurt. They don't really care that anybody's hurt. They don't care that kids are shot in schools because they drop bombs on kids. They don't care. So the mass shootings never stop. We live in a violent world and it's always violent, but in Elysium, they just want to show us the violence that can control us. And we have to be okay with our violence we deploy everywhere else, not here. So I don't think the mass shootings ever stop. I just think that they're not making profit from it. They can't figure out how to capitalize on it, so they don't put it in the news. Trying to figure out who is here so I know who to share to besides my page. Oh, thank you, Lori. Appreciate that. Yeah, most people a lot of people came over. Sandra, what you got? Mass shootings will be in the news when it's convenient. Exactly, Sandra. When it's convenient for them, then they'll use this to get people to act stupid and go out and do something or vote away a right or take somebody's guns or something stupid and just give all the guns to the elite. And I think that's a really dumb idea. I'm sorry, did I say elite? I mean cabal. We need to stop calling them elite. They're not elite. They're not the chosen ones from the French word. They're literally just a criminal cabal. How does Tulsi Gabbard have a platform on Facebook, control opposition? Exactly. Who is that? Who said that? Trish Blankenship. You dropping truth bombs. People really need to think about it. But that's using critical thought. Most people don't use critical thought. Right? If you had a true anti-war politician, they would not be on Facebook. And not only that, if you had a true anti-war politician, you never would have heard of him. You have to agree with the system. The system is not going to let you use its tools to take it down, right? All of these platforms make their money on war. They make their money on violence. They make their money on tribalism. If it's popular, it's not anti-war. It's not pro-peace. It's not pro-moving forward. And to get notifications here, you gotta subscribe. So if you ain't subscribed, you gotta subscribe. Because I think we might be here for the long term. This might be it. They might have had their fill. They say, oh wow, do you see what people are commenting on this guy's page? What the hell? These people are vagabonds. These people are pagans. Oh my goodness, they're questioning religion and the scriptures, and they're questioning their races and religions that the kings gave them. They're questioning their nations. They're talking about help people and don't bomb children. Oh hell no, this can't stay. We gotta get rid of it. So we might be here permanently. So you're gonna have to subscribe on YouTube. You're gonna continue in the conversation. And then they might kick us off of there. I think I'm broadcasting on VK. Looks like I might have an error over there. Periscope, a few other places I'm at. So we might have to jump around a little bit. That might has to be how it's gonna go until people evolve and get out of their tribalism. Let me see. I turn on NPR in the morning to listen to the news while I'm getting ready, and all they talk about is impeachment. Oh, really? And Ukraine something is pathetic. Yeah, well, Ivana, that's what people want to, that's what they want to do, right? They are programming everyone's subconscious. All the news stations do it. I'm not anti-NPR. I just think people, if you listen to NPR, you should do what Ivana's doing, because she jumps around. Like, she's here and she goes other places. You see her page sometimes. Don't let one group program you. You're not a robot, right? You are a human damn being. And if all you do is live in the NPR reality, then your subconscious is going to believe that to fix the world and stop climate change and stop slavery and end racism and fix everything and take all the poor people's guns is to impeach Trump. Right? Like, your subconscious, it just takes in data, like we talk about. Your conscious mind is your RAM. That's your thought. That's you. That's more you than anything. It's not you, because they got that whole mind thing and they indoctrinate us. But if you're going to listen to the media, you got to jump around. Or don't listen to any media from your country. Don't listen to any media from your race. Don't listen to any media from your Christian station if you're Christian or Muslim. Because I used to listen to Christian radio when I was a Christian. And it made me hate Christ. I couldn't stand anything Christ wanted. I thought I loved Christ, but it made me hate everything Christ stood for. Why? Because that's what kings do. That's what leaders do. It's what the lords do. It's how it goes. All right. Last couple comments. We'll take a peek and see what's in what Russia's talking about. My brother was asking me about Russia today. We were talking about Russia today, this weekend. I went to hang out with the family, and I was kind of explaining to him. It's like, if you're gonna watch news, you need to watch Russian news. Because I was showing him the King, Martin Luther King killing, and we were going through. He didn't know that Martin Luther King was killed by pillow, not by shot. He didn't seem to realize that there was a sniper team and a whole operation that put that whole thing together the same way at JFK. Appreciate everybody joining in yesterday. We had a long watch party for Everything is a Rich Man's Trick, because everything is a rich man's trick. And after that, we looked at the USS Liberty, because that's what I believe in. I think on Veterans Day, I always want to focus on the veterans. Why? Because they tried to do something for me. Right? The ones in my family and the ones not. And a lot of them paid a heavy price, right? They lost their lives, they lost their limbs. A lot of them lose their marriages, they lost their kids. All kind of things happen in our little phony society while they were trying to provide a service to the people. And that never ends up being what they do. So I thank them for their service still. I'm not happy with the job. They don't determine their job, but the service I get, and I thank them for that. All right, anyway, so what was I was saying? So I was showing them that. I was showing them RT. He said, well, why would you listen to RT? I said, well, because I'm not an American. Why else would I listen to RT? I am a landican. I don't really know what a landican is. I just made that up. I have neighbors. I love them to death. They might think they're Americans, and I need to look out for them, right? We're a community. They can call themselves whatever the king wants them to call themselves. I'm not interested in what the kings and lords want them to call themselves. We are an ecosystem. We all work together in a balance. And I need to watch things that they're not. I need to see things that don't come from a perspective of making me think I am that thing. I don't believe in borders. Now, I'm not a border person. I only believe in border skin. I only believe in skin borders, and nobody's allowed to violate your skin borders. Short of that, I don't think the kings and cabals and lords have rights to have those things. So anyway, what we got in the news? What's happening today? Iran doesn't need, so this is YouTube. New platform, gotta know the rules. You gotta like it, and you gotta subscribe to it. If you're new, you've never been here, my name is Gerard. I don't know what I'm talking about, but I got a whole lot of questions. Some of these people, they know what they're talking about, and some of them got answers, but they got a lot of questions too. All we do is we talk about the world. We talk about what's going on. We talk about realities and false realities, and we try to get out of groupthink. Is that a fair assessment? Is that a fair assessment, people? And we're more of a family than anything else. We work together. We have adult conversations. We all disagree with each other. Come from all different backgrounds, people here, political parties, races, and you got voters and non-voters, and I'm fine with all of that. But we all agree on one common thing. I think we all do, that we are all family. We're all going to die together, or we're all going to thrive together. So we need real solutions moving forward in the world, but we try to digest the world together. I try to get together as many people I can from different places to have a discussion. Anyway, what we got going on? I haven't looked at the news in days. All right, I'm probably a week. Iran doesn't need nuclear weapons. Ex-Pentagon, okay, here we go. Here we go with the Warcraft. Ex-Pentagon official, right? And the Pentagon doesn't need nukes either, right? Iran doesn't need, Pentagon doesn't need nukes. The Pentagon got nukes, Iran should have nukes. Why? Because when everybody has equal weapons, you have peace. When everybody's equal, nobody's starting nothing. When you got some that are more equaler, they're going to start things. So yeah, that's my take on that one. How neoliberal meddlers push coup on Bolivia. You know what? People are talking about that. I have not jumped into it at all. I assume it's the same, right? The television tells them this government's bad, whether he's orange man, blue man, green man, whatever. But basically, he's not central bank man, right? It's Latin America. If it's Latin America and you don't have a central bank, you're not sharing your oil or giving your oil to billionaires, then it means you're bad. So the CIA is going to do everything they can and all the news media to get you to agree to go kill a bunch of people, drop bombs, and steal their resources. Why? Because you can't have anybody living close to America that's happy with their government. That would infect the Americans, and it might make the Americans upset. They need Americans in a false reality. Let me see. What did Trish say? Trish, somebody said Trish is right. What did Trish write about? Subscribe to your channel and share to Facebook. Thank you, Trish. I'll be sharing there every day now. Thank you so much. This may be this may have been counterproductive to what Facebook wanted. But Trisha, you know what? I don't really care what Facebook wants. I care what Trisha wants. I care what Lori wants. I care what I want. I don't care what Facebook wants. They got to do their thing, right? And I'm sure that, you know what? The people at Facebook, like we talk about, everybody thinks they're right. They think they're right. They think they're doing the right thing, and they should do that. And the world will evolve how it should. People flock away from the channel. The world will go where it does. They want to control the voice. And it's like the mainstream media, how it's dying and fewer and fewer people are tuning in. We had friends like Debbie Lusignan. She'd press a button and she'd have 1,000 people watching her. Fox News, they'll press a button, they got like 22. This is how it goes. People have an appetite for what's true, and more people are having less of an appetite for bull. So I think everything unfolds the way it's supposed to. So I appreciate that, sis. Thank you so much. Let me see. Trump, and we're going beyond that. We got to go some other place. I have some things in my head that I can't really say right now, Trisha and Lori, that I don't want to say, but it's evolving me in ways that are very important. This is how the world works. This is what the majority want. And so as long as the majority want tribalism, those who are evolving beyond that, we have to push away from it. And the world everything will go how it's supposed to. Let me see. Trump receives predictable cheers at Alabama LSU game. I don't believe in cheering leaders, not anti-Trump thing, not a pro-Trump thing. I just don't believe in cheering for leaders. I cheer for like children, not adults. Why do we cheer for adults? I don't think leaders and politicians should be superstars. I don't think that we should treat them like Michael Jacksons and whatever. We shouldn't even treat Michael Jacksons like Michael Jacksons. How do you think he became Jacko and do the things that he possibly did, right? It's because we took somebody who shouldn't have power and gave him way too much power and we broke him. Giving people power breaks them. We broke Michael Jackson, we broke Bill Cosby, we broke all of them. We broke Kevin Spacey, we broke Epstein, we broke everybody. That's what we do. We have a model for society that breaks people. Nobody should have the power to drag children to no damn island, and nobody should have the privacy to do that. We did it. We caused it. So yeah, I don't think anybody should cheer for Trump. I don't think they should boo him neither. I think they should boo the system and cheer for equality. That's what I kind of think. You see, Veterans Day means nothing if the U.S. government betrays veterans. Ooh, I like that. I can't play that though. You can't see it's over here in the corner. I don't think I can play that. I don't think YouTube's buying that. Anybody here from YouTube? Y'all buying that? Am I allowed to play that? Y'all can get up. It's on YouTube. You think they would let me play it? But RT's got that label. It says Russian news at the bottom. Let me see. Deb was a great teacher. Miss her too. Yes, Shelly, she was and is. However, that went the way it was supposed to, right? Debbie was under attack from multiple directions, from multiple people, multiple groups, organizations, stuff that she told some of us, and other stuff I don't think she'd say anything about, you know, and she was in the front of it. She did exactly what she needed. She got the hell out of there, right? You're not gonna get popular saying truthful things. You're not. You're gonna be chastised, you're gonna be chased, you're gonna be abused. And when more people do it, that they got to spread that abuse around, then it becomes more tolerable. But she did the right thing. And she had an open mind. She questioned everything. Did I agree with everything Sister Deb said? Absolutely not. I don't agree with anything anybody said. But I agree with the fact that she spoke her heart. She spoke things exactly how she saw them. And if we had more Debbies in the world, we would not have any of the problems that we have. Speak your mind. Speak your mind. Speak your mind. Exactly how it is. So yeah, Veterans Day means nothing if the U.S. government betrays veterans. I would say Veterans Day means nothing. It means that the people on the stage that are sending young men and women into war for oil companies are foul. Veterans Day, you don't get to own it. I don't care if you create it. I own it. I own it. I own Veterans Day for me. For Veterans Day for me, I thank veterans for their service because they tried to serve, because they got tricked into war that we shouldn't be in. That's not their fault, you know. So I thank them for that. They tried to serve me, and I thank them for that all the time. Let me see. When people try to help, you always thank them, right? It is the thought that counts. It is the thought that counts. It's absolutely the thought that counts. But we're all played, you know. Don't voters want civility in Congress? No, they don't. They want to win. Voters don't want civility. Voting is not a civil thing. Why would voters want civility? How is voting civil? Voting is a patriarchal concept. If we have more people and we have a military and a police state, and we're gonna vote you out because we don't like you, and we're gonna make you like us. We're gonna make you think like us. There's nothing civil about that. That's all violence. It's all a violation. So of course voters don't want a civil Congress. They want civility. They want domination. They want Congress to be like them. And that's what's breaking the world. Let me see. Video of an 18-year-old vows crowd DMX final, freestyling final. We used to do that as kids. We used to make ramps. I'm surprised I'm alive today. We should have died. I should have died a long time ago. We used to get the old ramps and out of plywood, just decaying in the forest and some center blocks. We used to make ramps. I can't believe I'm still alive. U.S. veterans and their mental health crisis. Yeah. Oh, I'm so glad. And you know what? Oh, wow. See, I didn't even look at this yesterday. Is anybody noticing a difference probably between the U.S. news and the Russian news? And I'm just going to take a stab at it because I don't know. Yesterday's news probably was all how good the wars are, how helpful they are, how we take care of veterans, and they're all complaining about the VA, but the VA is such a nice place to go. And we're expanding benefits and we're doing this, and you can vote from wartime and war places, war zones all over. But Russia's like, no, the people, and this isn't Russia. Remember, Russia Today made a platform. These are all Americans. And they're all sitting here telling you that, no, we got problems. We're in wars we shouldn't be in. and the veterans have a mental ill health crisis, and it's not a mental ill. I disagree with that though. It's not a mental health crisis. It's not a crisis. All right? It's a project. Okay? It's not a crisis. It's a project. You're taking people to go do things that people should never do. Right? They signed up to defend. They didn't sign to offend. You don't have a Department of Defense. You got a Department of Offense. You sent them to go do things they weren't supposed to do. They ended up having kids shooting at them and blowing up bombs and women blowing themselves up to defend the land that they're from. And it jacks them up. That's not a mental health crisis. That is a government that's sending people to go do things they shouldn't do, flipping warrior genes, making monsters out of men. That's not a crisis. It's an epidemic, but it's a project. And it's one that we pay for, and it's one they want to do. And that's why, like I said, I can't get down with the Tulsi Gabbards and the other guy. The guy got upset, probably reporting me on Facebook. I'm not interested. I'm not interested in your ideas of using violence and war to fix things. I'm not interested. So this is the Bolivia thing again. Bolivia's future's uncertain. Morales steps down. To me, it sounded like they're saying Morales was a good guy. I don't know that to be true. I don't know. I don't like any leaders. I don't like the idea of leadership, so it's not personal. I don't like leaders. I think people can lead themselves. I think if you can change your own diaper and you can boil some water and make some eggs, throw a smoothie together, nobody should tell you what to do where you were born. But it kind of sounds like maybe he was a goodish leader. He was trying to do good things for the people. And so, of course, it means the Federal Reserve and big corporations will use their political parties to brainwash their people to overthrow a person because he's doing good things for people and they don't want to do anything good for the American people. So that's what it kind of sounds like. And they throw him out so they can put in a puppet. They can put in a sellout, somebody who is aggressive and violent, who will give the resources to the billionaires. That's what it kind of sounds like to me. I could be wrong. But if you didn't read the Confessions of an Economic Hitman, you should really be quiet about Latin America. That's kind of my policy. That's my policy. If you didn't do your homework, we're not going to talk about the test. If you didn't do your homework, we're not going to really talk about the test and the quiz because you have no apples and oranges, right? If you believe the real world is what's on TV, we're not going to, it's not apples and oranges. You believe in the Fox News reality, the CNN, the liberal reality, the progressive reality, the conservative reality. I don't live in those worlds. I see the worlds, but I don't live in those worlds. I just look down on them from on high. Like, oh, really? Y'all still monkeys fighting over oil and candy and shiny things that they rob from other countries? So that's what it kind of sounds like to me. I could be wrong. But usually it's the same thing. That's why I don't call it the news. I call it the old. Usually this is just old information. They just regurgitate it, chew it up, spit it back out, and people are foolish enough to fall for it. So they keep re-saying the same things. I want to watch something. Y'all, is anything good in here to watch? Is partnership hurting veterans? No, it's partisanship hurting veterans. Of course it is. Because they're partners. That's why. So partnership, not partnership, it's partnership. Yeah, I said it right the first time. Partnership is hurting veterans, right? Because you got Democrats, Republicans, they pretend they're different. They ain't no different. When it comes to war, they 100% agree with colonization, blowing up other nations, and stealing what they got. So the partnership is absolutely hurting veterans. I can't read and I can't spell, and that's just the truth of it. Okay, partnership is absolutely, they're pretending not to be partners. The left hate the right and the right hate the left, but all their leaders are going playing golf together and vacation, and they all went to Epstein Island. They got season tickets, baby. The Epstein's Islands with an S, okay? They all get, that's how you get popular. You gotta be a psychopath to be in the club. It's a big club, and only the psychopath politicians in it. The rest of them aren't, they're just foolish. What is this, Juul and WeWork sued for biometric data collection? Yeah, well, you know, I think people should have all the data. Corporation systems can have all the data. My problem's with patents. I really don't know what that is, but they're collecting biometric data. I think that kind of sounds like the 23andMe thing, the DNA stuff. Y'all look at that. You can look at that. I just think that in general, you are you, and I don't think a corporation should have the right to diagnose you or take your data or claim your data. And that's what the 23andMe DNA nonsense was about. I'm not on the side of corporations. I'm not a corporation, so I'm not on their side. I don't think that they should exist anymore. Like I said, jobs and careers was a temporary step in human evolution. They are very inefficient when you have humans in them. You need to get the humans out of them and let robots and software do them so we can live in an efficient world, not a foolish world. Company offers young blood transfusion for $8,000. Bloody ridiculous. Blood transfusion. That kind of sounds like that doctor in Panama-ish. Stem cell-ish. That might be interesting. We can click on that if y'all want. Let me see. What else we got? Evo resigns. Lula released what's next. Oh, okay, so that's still on the whole Bolivia thing. Let me see. Iran discovers 54 billion barrels of crude oil. Can y'all see that? Did y'all see that? That means Iran just discovered terrorism. Y'all see that right there? Iran just got an infection of terrorism, because that's what the partnership's going to say. There's a partnership and they got terrorism, because that's what oil is. Oil is terror. Oil. That's a way of saying it's okay to bomb you and steal what you have. Once again, I got 8 billion sisters on this planet, and I don't agree with y'all hurting any one of them. I don't care what you say is over there. ISIS, ISIL, Al Qaeda, make something up, lie, whatever, because you want me to agree with it. I never agree with it. That's not. They discovered the oil, and it belonged to the people that live in that land, not you. Has nothing to do with you. We shouldn't even be talking about Iran's oil. I'm gonna click on that. Because the next thing they're gonna say he got terrorism or something. We need to go over there and fight the terrorism, send our kids to go over there and kill their kids,
right?
So the billionaires can steal the oil.
And Iran has just announced that it has discovered a new oil field with the capacity to produce nearly 53 billion barrels of crude, which could generate billions of dollars for the crippling economy. RT correspondent Saya Tavenger is following the story. So Saya, what does this actually mean for Iran?
We shouldn't have crippled their economy.
Well, Manila, this newly discovered 53 billion barrels will be added to Iran's already proven reserves of about 150 billion barrels. So it's pretty significant. Now, this news also comes just after Iran announced that they've restarted an underground laboratory which would allow Tehran to produce even more low-enriched uranium.
53 billion barrels means that our crude production will be boosted by 1%, or 530 million barrels, which, with current prices, will bring us nearly 23 billion US dollars in revenue. That 1% is our current oil recovery capacity.
Now, in terms of revenue potential, this new oil field in southern Iran could bring billions of dollars into the country, like you said, into their sink.
Pause. Quick question. Is it a good idea that country lands discover oil that brings in things that allows them to make food, grow food, have water, eat, live, children to have medicine and hospitals and things? Is it a good thing or a bad thing? To me, I think it probably is a good thing. People live there. I'm related to all of them. I don't agree with your kings and your lords and your billionaires that killing them is a good idea because you disagree with them. I think this is a great thing. It's a great and fantastic thing. But you're enriching uranium. Well, first of all, I really don't care about that. My nation has endless uranium and nuclear weapons. Them enriching uranium has nothing to do with it. But the great thing would be is if they actually had nukes, it means we wouldn't be talking about war in Iran. The only reason we're talking about war in Iran is because we're cowards. That's why. We like to fight wars we don't lose. We like to beat up little people. We like to be the bully on the block, and we only fight we're the biggest bully on the block, and the only reason we fight people is because you're handicapped. That's it. You don't have a military, you're weak, your purse is like on your bag, and your purse is on the wheelchair, and his money's kind of falling at the back. And America's like Devo, the big bully, so we're gonna come beat you up and steal what you got because you can't fight back. We see another bully on the block, hell no, you ain't fighting. Nope, that might be an eagle fight. Nope, they got nukes too. They got jet airplanes and anti-gravitic devices. Hell no, because we're cowards. That's what we do. That's what cowards do. Cowards steal from the weak. That's what we do. The meek will inherit the earth is what the Bible says. And so we have no interest in the meek inheriting anything. America disagrees with God, that very principle. And so we murder the meek and steal the food that they have and any oil they got around.
Sanctions stricken economy, but even though this new oil discovery would add about 34% to Iran's total crude oil reserve, it still remains to be seen whether Iran would benefit from the oil, as it has struggled to sell any kind of energy commodity in the wake of U.S. sanctions. Like, just last month, Iran announced the discovery of a natural gas reserve that could bring about $40 billion in revenue. So even though both wines come at an ideal time for Iran, it doesn't necessarily mean that Iran can export any of this. And there's also another issue that no one is really talking about. soon Iran will have to start even reducing even more production if it hasn't already started, as their storage capacity is already filling up. So there's all this oil, where's all this oil even going to be stored? So Iran does not have that capacity because they're already storing billions of barrels of crude oil that they can't sell at the moment. And that's because in May, the U.S. ended waivers that allowed 8 countries to continue purchasing Iranian oil, significantly reducing the country's oil exports and causing, in part, a sharp economic downturn, as we've seen right now, is causing the Iranian currency to really plummet in value. And with the recent tension in the Persian Gulf, plus Iran's recent announcement that they're producing even more low-enriched uranium daily, I really don't see the sanctions being removed anytime soon. So again, great potential with no real benefits, or immediate benefits, I should say.
Okay, question. Do they hate us for our freedom, or do they hate us because they don't want a Rothschild bank? Megan is on it. I agree with Megan. That's what it's mostly all about. I mean, every corporation has the things that they want to rob from Iran, and they own America, they own the Pentagon, and they own all the wars and the narrative. So, but by far, the default, right? Because the default that makes all things possible is central banking, right? So the Rothschilds need to put a bank in Iran, and they will murder every American soldier to get that to happen. They will buy every politician to get Rothschild banks, because that's how they ruled the world. They had that scam, the creature from Jekyll Island, in 1913. Well, central banking started a long time ago. We won't go into that, but that started way back with Napoleonic Wars and before that, right? Because that's what I'm saying, it's the barter system, right? It never changed. It's just they require everybody barter with what they have, and they get to set the prices. And that's how you rule and dominate the world, because the only purpose for money is human labor. So you own the slave plantation, but you got to have a Rothschild bank first. You got to have a central bank. And once you have that, you are their slave plantation, because if they print the money, they really don't care who your government is. They don't care if you're socialist or capitalist or communist. They could care less. They don't care if you're Democrat, Republican. They print the money. Everybody needs the money. They own the country. That's why. So by default, yes, I mentioned oil, but Megan is spot on. And that's what I'm saying. We got to keep each other honest. Keep me honest. You got to keep me honest. Sometimes I'll slip, drink too much coffee, but the default is central banking. That's who owns the slave plantation. And it's not just Rothschilds. It's Rothschilds, Rockefellers, and a few others in there. But they need to get that central banking. And this is what we went through with yesterday. With everybody, everything is a rich man's trick. Right? Why are we going to Iran? Because it's a rich man's trick. Okay, it's a rich man's trick. You believe their television. You live in one of their realities. You live in one of the races that they created for you, and they'll fool you into it. We're like ticks and mosquitoes on our planet. We are like ticks and mosquitoes. Well, no, I don't know, Kimberly. I don't know. Ticks and mosquitoes have a purpose. Ticks and mosquitoes are kind of evolved. Ticks and mosquitoes don't destroy the whole planet for everything else. Ticks and mosquitoes, they don't break the planet for beetles and fleas, right? Ticks and mosquitoes have a purpose. It's only the human beings. We ruin it for everybody. Our apathy and nonsense rules it for everybody. Iran equals a scarecrow. Nobody in Europe worries about Iran. That makes sense, Ivan. A scarecrow, right? A boogeyman. You got, we need to be scared of Iran. I mean, right, Iran, you're like, where is America? I can't even find it on the map. I'm supposed to hate the Americans. They don't even know we're here. And that's a good perspective. Ivan, I think you're from Europe, right? And you have a perspective. You used to live there, right? And so people here are upset about it and people there aren't, then it obviously is a thing where they're making people over here upset about it because they're watching the TV. I always appreciated folks from Europe. They were more questioning of being ruled and owned. Who was that? Brother Mike. Brother Michael. Michael Freeman subscribed to my channel. Thank you, Brother Mike. Appreciate it. I think if I get, 1,000 subscribers, it ups your promotion somehow. I appreciate that. The more of y'all subscribe, it means the sooner that I can get kicked off YouTube. I got a plan B. I have a plan B. Then we'll get kicked off to plan B. I got a plan C. We'll get kicked off there. I got another plan. Listen, I am like Hannibal, not Lecter. Hell no, that's your politician. I'm like Hannibal from A-Team. I love it when a plan comes. I got plans on plans on. I got plans, baby. All right, thank you for subscribing. Appreciate that. Let's see if we can get it to 1,000. That's what we need. That's where the goodies come in. Got to get it to 1,000. Because I got other projects I want to do, and I'm not dipping in my personal money no more. So we got to get up to the 1,000 where you got that thing where you can, I forgot how that works, but promotion. I got some things I want to do. I'm tired of paying for all this by myself. All right, here we go. And not just me. Some of y'all on my Patreon. So some of the families out there, I appreciate y'all every day of the week. We got to save the world. And you don't save the world by somehow communicating to people that we are all family. 7 billion cousins all over this damn planet, acting like fools because we believe in nonsense at birth, since birth. All right, what else we got? Ooh, Neil deGrasse Tyson. What's he talking about? Neil. I like Neil. Ooh, Neil deGrasse Tyson, military space force is not new. I love Neil. You know, I disagree with Neil, but I love Neil. I love Neil to death. Because Neil is hilarious. One, Neil is turning kids on to science. Neil's got some fake science. But Neil, you know, he's not fake science. Neil, he's a gatekeeper. We're all gatekeepers, though. I can't say anything bad about Neil. I appreciate Neil too damn much. I don't like what he said about GMO. I do want to see what he has to say about the military space force is not new. Why? Because I know it's not new. I grew up not too far from Andrews Air Force Base. And I saw the death energy weapons being mounted on C-141. So I do want to see what he's got to say about it. But it's a 25-minute thing. We're not watching all 25 minutes. And does he have a quick get
Hey
to
there,
it?
I'm Kennedy Chavez, and you're watching Just Press Play.
I don't have enough time for the fake news. I don't have enough time for billionaires news. I only got a queue. It's like drama. Here he goes. I only have a certain queue. Did I tell you about my drama queue? I only have a certain amount of drama available. Like every morning, God bestows upon me about 5 minutes. So you get, you got 5 minutes. You got 5 minutes of drama in my day. Because I don't believe in negative vibration and like worrying about monkey stuff and bananas and stuff like that. You got 5 minutes. And out the gate, my mama, she usually take about 3 minutes of that. So she take about 3 minutes of it. Baby, you know what they doing to me? They did this, and you know what the township said, and this, that, and happened. You know what your brother said, and your brother's crazy, and this, that, and your sister, and that. And I'm like, yeah, mama, okay, mama, all right, mama. Then I get my 3 minutes to my mama. I only got about 2 minutes left, so I don't have endless drama. I got a queue. I have a drama queue, and I don't have too much time. I have to listen to my mama because she's my mama. That's it. I got her drama, my drama, because she's not gonna let it go. My mama bring her drama to me, so I gotta listen to my mama. Neil deGrasse Tyson drama, Fox News drama, CNN drama, all the rest of it. The conservatives drama, the liberals drama. Oh, I got so much. All right. Anyway, got a drama queue. So anyway. I'm right too. I think this is where he starts talking.
Plans are moving ahead. Experts say that it's not a new concept.
No.
This week on World According to Jesse, astrophysicist Neil deGrasse Tyson explains how we've actually had arms in space for years and talks about the unspoken alliance between astrophysics and the military. Watch this.
What?
How does this
Neil deGrasse Tyson gonna say something that's true? But this is walking us forward. This has been around for a long time. Oh, he even said it on Ventura. I haven't seen Ventura in a minute.
make you feel to see astrophysics enlisted in the service of war?
Yeah, I try not to have much feeling about it, more just observations. And it's been going on forever. That book, Accessory to War, the unspoken alliance between astrophysics and the military. My field, my community of astrophysicists, we're overwhelmingly sort of liberal, progressive, anti-war.
Live. I'm sorry. I'm gonna have to call bullshizzle on that one. Neil, love you to death. That's bullshizzle. Somebody name for me one science that has not been in bed with war. Not one of them. Please tell me. Please tell me. And please recite and copy and triplicate your references. Name one science that's not been in bed with the kings and catapults. Name one. All right? None. Biology? Hell no. They've been throwing horses' heads and rats across the wall for a long time. Why? Disease. Why? Because it kills people. Biology been in bed with the military-industrial complex since the beginning, which means they had the horses and the ones that are breaking down and dying. Farming, that's not a science, but farming's been in bed with the military-industrial complex. Why? Because the king got swords and the king gonna cut the farmer's head off and throw his head over the castle too, the diseased people. So they've been in bed with them. Physics, how they make the catapult. Carpentry, how they make the catapult to throw the heads over. They're all in bed. Right? Metalworking, that all the crafts and sciences, y'all. Crafts and science. All the crafts and sciences have always been in bed with the military. You know why? Because people who do the crafts and science, where's Sister Jeannie? Sister Jeannie, right? She do crafts and arts. They're always in bed. Why? Because they gotta eat. They have bellies. They must eat. They need to have houses. Get out the rain. You always got a police state, and they will murder you if you don't go along with it, right? That's how this works. That's why they have borders. Borders are not for your safety. They're to make sure that you can't get away when the king need to cut your head off. So it's not a thing. Quantum physics, biology, chemistry, we don't need to go through it. Every science has always been in bed with the military-industrial complex for the king, because in order to exist, they must do what the king tells them to do. This is why leading is a bad idea. It's why we can't have leadership anymore. We can't have that word.
Basically. Yet, we have been handmaidens to conquest and to hegemony since the beginning of civilization. And so this book that book was an exploration, came out last year, an exploration of that relationship. Going forward, the concept of a Space Force is not new, by the way.
Hang on, I gotta move over. I feel like I'm sitting in Neil's lap. That's nasty. Neil's not my type. It felt weird. He's like moving his hands behind my head or something. I get conscious about stuff, y'all. You know, what is a minority without his fear? I done got my fear. What is a minority or poor white person without their fear? We are conspiracy theorists. I don't want nobody behind me. I'm sorry. It's just how it works. You go to a restaurant, I sit in the corner. I sit with my back to the wall. Why? Because in life, you're always trying to cross a street. There's always a truck that need to get up it. That's why I say there's no such thing as a conspiracy theory. It's just people who understand life is hard. Life is hard. I cannot have Neil deGrasse Tyson and his afro sitting behind me.
It's been a space branch within the Air Force. It's called U.S. Space Command. And people worry that Space Force means we'll have lasers and bombs and things. I mean, think about how we've been using space ever since we've had access. We've had spy satellites up there looking at Russia, taking pictures, all manner of militarily useful hardware has been in orbit ever since we could put anything in orbit.
Absolutely. Question. They're taking pictures of Russia. Did they take any pictures of Epstein Island? I use them satellites for any of that? How about the Epstein Islands that they didn't tell us about? Y'all taking any pictures of them? No. Why? Because it's not for us. They take pictures of Russia and they show them to you to make you scared. That's what they do. They ain't taking no pictures of the people that you need to be scared for. You know, one of y'all need to start a movement. I need somebody to start a campaign. I posted it the other day. I need Epstein and his crew, because somebody posted about the Epstein enterprise. I love that word, enterprise, because you got still people debating whether or not he's alive or dead. Come on, people, stop. The same people was debating whether or not he killed himself. What's wrong with y'all? Y'all know kings and lords better than that. All right, come on, grow up, move forward. I'm more interested in the enterprise, baby. That's what I need to know. We need to make Epstein Enterprise a terrorist organization. What is the long-term benefit of requiring your acronym agencies to actually go after the people who actually hurt you? What's the long-term benefit? It might be something good. How do we do that? Somebody tell me. How do we make Epstein Enterprises a terrorist organization so we can take down half the American government, half the British government, probably all the Australian government, the Vatican? They're gone. They just gone. The priests, we ain't gonna have no priests. Y'all Catholics, y'all gonna have to read the Bible, because you're not gonna have any left. They come up. All right, I'm sorry, but that's what we need to do. Y'all need to stop making poor farmers in the Middle East terrorists. And you need to make the actual people terrorizing people to terror. Because let me ask you a question. What is more terrifying than an organization that has endless resources called the CIA grabbing kids off the street like Democrats and Republicans in their slavery and prison industrial complex, catching slaves like they over in Africa, both of them. I know you don't like that. I need to see the view count go down. You need to leave. You need to leave if you don't think you work for a slavery organization, that you're not affiliated with slavery, watching Harriet and you're a Democrat and Republican. You need to pay a tax going in to see the movie. All right, you're not on the Harriet side. You're catching slaves, but that's what we need to do. But what's more terrifying? right? People with endless resources. They know the size of your underwear, where you shop, when you shopped in, you went to Aldi, what you got, type of coffee you drink. I'm a little nervous. Because I drink the same damn coffee. I'm not, who is that? Oh, Mary Bridget, thank you for subscribing, girl. Go on, we're gonna get some subscriptions happening today. Thank you, girl. Yeah, I put you on shot. Love you to death, sis. I drink the same coffee every day. And it's like, you know what? Because see, I know they could do. They want to give me, like, I don't know, tongue cancer. How did they Bob Marley put cancer? All they gotta do is just say, you know what? He live over here. He always drink the same coffee, and much he drink coffee, y'all. he gonna go to the store about once a week to get some coffee. All we got to do is put the tongue cancer. They'll probably give me nose cancer just so y'all can laugh at me before I die, right? Have a tumor growth. That's all they got to do. People with endless power that are willing to grab children off the street and take them to Epstein Island and give them to billionaires because they need the billionaires' information that CIA whistleblower said. That's terrifying. That terrifies the hell out of me. I'm not scared. It terrifies the difference. I'm scared. You scared, you run. I'm not a runner. The only thing I'm gonna run from, I take it back. I am running. I'll run from a grizzly bear. Not run from the damn CIA, FBI. I don't run from people. I don't run from men. I'm not allowed to. I'm a man. I'm not allowed to run. I grew up in a weird family. Like I said, I have 7 billion sisters on this planet, and I'm not allowed to run from anything that they're dealing with. They're not supposed to deal with anything before I do. Whatever happens to them, this is what my God tells me. Whatever happens to my sisters need to happen to me first. So I'll stand here and I'll talk about yin yang. I'll get deleted, this, that, and the other. I am not the one to walk past somebody being abused in the alleyway. But there's nothing more terrifying than people with endless resources being able to nab anybody off the street at any time, in any way, give anybody cancer, all the deathbed confessions about all the people that they murdered, and they're not a terrorist organization. That's the crazy part. So anyway, that's what I think. I think that Epstein Enterprise needs to be labeled as a terrorist organization if people would let that terrify them more than Donald Trump. They're terrified of Donald Trump. Donald Trump, he ain't grabbing nobody. Donald Trump grabbing nobody. He got some issues. He got issues. Yeah, he got issues with the tissue. He's supposed to. He's a billionaire born in America. We worship billionaires. He got all kind of issues, grabbing things that ain't his, ain't supposed to be touching nothing. But he ain't taking kids off the street. See how that works? Everybody's upset if this one guy, they grab him by the coochie, and you got a CIA admitting that we grab entire kids and sell them to billionaires. I don't know. I think they're a terrorist organization. I think they need to be labeled.
So this is just a codification of what was always happening there. Not only that, GPS satellites, we know them because it can help you find where grandma lives on the map, but that was a military project by the Air Force, U.S. Space Command. And they know where the missiles are headed, and it's how war went from just carpet bombing and big old bombs to precision targeting, because the GPS signals tell the missiles exactly where they are and where they're headed.
True.
Now, like, Uber would not exist without GPS, right? Whole industries rely on space assets. So here's the question. It's not just the value of the hardware we have orbiting the Earth, it's the value of the commerce it empowers. When you add that up, it's $1 trillion. You would want the military to protect your assets. So it's not a stretch to say it's time for a Space Force. Plus, I would throw in, while you're up there, protect me from that asteroid that might be headed our way, or clean up the debris that's there.
This is where we disagree. But Neil is too big. He's too popular. He can't say truthful things. I don't give two damns about the asteroid. This is how I get down. I'm on the asteroid side, actually. Let me show you Brother Asteroid. Hang on, let's go find Brother Asteroid. There we go. Let's look at an asteroid. Can we find an asteroid? And outside of that asteroid that hit Momoa, the old spaceship, I'm on the asteroid side. I am pro-asteroid. I'm pro-asteroid. I am. Because if you're bombing children, you need to be pro-asteroid. You're a species that should not exist if you're murdering children. If you're raping women in 2019, if you're sending weapons to people doing that, warlords in Africa, I don't think we should exist. I told Brother Gary that this morning. He was like, How do we get people to stop fighting over race? I said, you don't. They need to die. We need to all go away. I said, if we're still silly and dumb monkeys in 2019, we're fighting over oil and coltan and we hate slavery, but we all got slave devices and we're all just sellouts in every possible way. We're all hypocrites on every single level. We shouldn't exist here. The monkeys should be here. The mosquitoes, somebody talking mosquitoes, who was a mosquito racist the other day? The mosquitoes, they serve a purpose. The cockroaches, they got a job. We are destroying the ecosystem for everything. We need to go away. I'm pro-asteroid. I know you don't like it, but Neil, I think that I'm not worried about the asteroid. The asteroids, they got a job to do too. And they're good at it. According to the Egyptians, they're very good at it. Plato said that. Solon said that. The Egyptian priests said they're very good at their job. All right, let them do their job. What I want with these military satellites is you need to be looking at the Epstein Islands. You need to stop looking at the Russians. I ain't scared of the Russians. I'm scared of people nabbing children. That's supposed to be our only purpose. But I get it, Neil. He can only say what he can say because you can't get popular and be against the war state. Because but he's being truthful. Because the military-industrial complex has always been in bed with big corporations, right? And where do grants come from? He's a scientist. He wants to do some science. The only way he gets to do science is he's got to say what he's saying, right? So I just don't believe in a merger and collusion. You know, while you're up there, look for some asteroids. I'm not for that. I think if you're up there and you're trying to get me to be scared of some Russians while you ignore kids being murdered, being hunted on islands and stuff, no. I think that we all should go away. You're not doing anything for me. I'm not colluding with you. If you haven't evolved to have the technology you have, then you shouldn't have it. That's how I feel. If your child is 4 years old, they should not be walking around with your gun. If your military-industrial complex is still lacking sentience, your government is still psychopathic, hell no, they shouldn't have no damn satellites. Don't even look for, because if they look for the asteroid, you think they look for asteroid for you? Neil, I mean, seriously, Neil, I know you think that your government love you, but do you think they're gonna look for the asteroid coming for their communities or the asteroid coming for you? They're gonna look out for asteroids coming for them. They don't care about you.
Add some items to its portfolio.
I don't believe
The
in
International Monetary
war.
Fund is giving out a strong warning to...
All right, that's it. I don't believe in war driving technology. It's a stupid driver. I don't believe in capitalism driving technology. I used to. I was a big believer in it. I don't anymore. Now that what I understand what survival of the fittest is, I don't believe in socialism or communism doing it either. I don't think the kings and lords should own all the resources and force the people to go do things. I completely disagree with all. But that was good. He said some truthful things. Sounded like a good book. When y'all read the book, tell me about it. Tell me about it. I'd love to know about that book. Sounds like a good book. All right, what did we miss? Anything else? U.S. citizens have no reason to fear other countries, contrary to the fear programming we are subjected to. I agree with Megan, absolutely. We have no reason to fear anybody else. We got enough weapons to murder everybody on this planet 8 times. 8 times. We have no reason to fear anybody. That's why I think government shouldn't have secrets. We should no longer have patents. We need to rejoin the human race and stop being a part of the ignorant something rhyme with space. we need to grow the hell up. We're the biggest bully on the block. We got all the guns, weapons, tanks, bombs, and the muscles. We need to stop teaching our citizens they need to be scared of something. Y'all have nothing to be scared of. The only thing you got to be scared of is the people who are telling you got somebody else to be scared of. All right, the only government we have to fear is our own. That's it, Megan, completely agree. A few weeks ago, an asteroid came about 4,000 miles above Africa before it was detected. Oh yeah! Detected it, but our gravity flung it towards Jupiter. I heard about that, Susan. I heard about that. I had some thoughts on that. I didn't think about what that was last week, right? And they only saw it within like days. Well, let's say it the right way, Susan. They only told us about it. They only told us about it within days of it coming by. So that tells me a couple things. All right, this is where my conspiracy kicks in. I gotta keep my conspiracy bone active. All right. So either that y'all just saw it because you're busy doing dumb things, or they saw it a long time ago and just told us. Which one do you think it is, Susan? Did they see it a long time ago? Or did they just see it to the last minute? I don't know. I feel like life is crossing the street and people lying and trucks are coming and I'm just trying to get the ball. I believe in conspiracy theories. I believe in looking to make sure that it's not a theory and that is a truck coming. I'm trying to cross the street. What do I think? I think the asteroid was coming. I think they tried to decide and have a meeting. Can we redirect the asteroid? They're not ready for the world to end. They don't want the asteroid to hit because why? They make too much money. They got a slave colony. Everybody's going to work. Everybody's are happy slaves. They all cheer Harriet and they cheer slavery at the same time. So and there are slaves. Like Harriet said, I got freed 1,000 slaves. I could have freed thousands more if they only knew they were slaves. They got a whole planet full of slaves that don't know they're slaves. They don't want an asteroid to hit, right? You don't want to hurt your slaves at all. So I think they saw it coming. I think they decided, let me see, if we can deflect it, we'll tell them about it the last minute. Like, is it, I don't know. You look all over this planet and you see asteroid impacts everywhere. Is it a little odd that no asteroids are hitting us anymore? Almost like somebody's up there deflecting them, not telling us that they got deflectors. Like they're up there in spaceships. I'm gonna leave it here. I'm gonna leave it there. I'm just gonna say, I think they saw it coming a long time ago, and based on what that congressman told me, based on what these whistleblowers are saying, we didn't had spaceships for a long time. We didn't had starships for a long time. We didn't had space wars we didn't had Space Force for a long time. They just don't tell us about the catapults because they might need to fling some dead horse heads into your house. They deflected it. I think they deflected it and they told us about it. That's what makes sense to me. Like when I look at history, that makes sense to me. When I look at whistleblowers, poor people saying truthful things and giving up their jobs, that's what I think happened. Who is that? May Britt, thank you, sister. Thank you for subscribing. And they only told us about it. And I think if they couldn't deflect it, Susan, they just wouldn't say anything. That's what I think. If they couldn't deflect it, the next story would have just been right here. Boom! That'd have been it. This is why I believe in the open source world. I don't believe in this is it. No, this is a better one right here. I like this one better. This is what happened right there. That's us right there. Look at that. See, hang on, let me show you right here. This, okay, there we go. This is what'll happen right here. See, the people right here, they're fighting the hidden Palestinians, they're fighting the Israelis. In Israel, you got the Jews fighting the Zionists, and you got the Zionists right here about to invade Iran. And America's over somewhere, and you got the blacks fighting the whites, and the Christians are fighting the Muslims, and and the elite that controls all of them, the cabal, just let the asteroid hit the planet. Like, look, wipe the slate. We'll start all over. We can do this. We've done it before. That's what I think. I don't, and I'm gonna stick with that. You know why? Because we should not have elites anymore. We should be grown adults. We should stop with this leaders making decisions for people. You don't need anybody to represent us in human life. You don't need a representative form of government. You need to represent yourself, solve your own problems, and keep moving forward. That's what I think. All right. Yeah, I did see that. I'm a conspiracy theorist. I am he's a conspiracy theorist. I am, because I need to know what's theory and I need to know what makes some sense. And to me, that makes some sense. All right. Epstein accusers. Ooh. Lawyer clashes with Alan Dershowitz. I don't know who Alan Dershowitz is, but Epstein accusers, lawyers clash with Alan Dershowitz. Okay. So I think it's a good thing to prosecute all of this and all the things that the justice system is going to do to help us. I don't believe in the justice system. I got to be honest with you. I don't. And in the 1,000 people that they prosecute, I believe it was probably 15,000 on the list. And the people with enough money bought their name off the list. I don't believe in the justice system because I have eyes. That's why. That's why. That's the only reason. I don't see justice. Where you see some justice somewhere? I see just us. I see just poor people. I see that. I see just us. I don't see justice. The S part, I don't know nothing about that. So yeah, I don't think justice will be served because justice is never served. We have people in prison at the age of 17 with dried plants. There is no justice. They're not interested. They're not interested. So I think it's all a scam. Plus it's on TV, so it's most likely not true. I think that, well, what do we do? Well, you can't stop voting for secrecy in government. Why do you have a government with secrets? Answer that question. How does that make any sense? You want justice, you can't have a government with secrets. They can't have classified projects and classified, they can't seal documents. Right? How do you have justice when they have sealed files? Yeah. The only reason to seal the files is to lie to you. You know that, right? The only reason to seal files is deceit. That's it. The only purpose of secrecy is because knowledge that you don't have, that they have, is powerful, so they can do something with that knowledge. And I think they take bribes for that stuff. So I don't believe in the justice system. I don't think justice will be served. So not that interested in clicking. Oh, Lori says favorite Harvard lawyer. I don't believe in Harvard, I don't think. Yeah. And lawyers, their jobs are to lie, you know what I mean? Has won many high profile cases. Yep. Well, you know, and they win high profile cases, the ones of the people who don't have enough money to buy their way out, I suspect. It's a just isn't system. Right, Kimberly, I agree, there is no justice there. Did you see the footage of the meteorite that is alleged to have blown up over Missouri? No! Really? Oh, sorry, excuse me. That was a burp something. I don't know what that was. It was coffee or something. That might be my CIA nose cancer. It's working. Maybe it's throat cancer. No, I didn't. Is that footage online somewhere, Miss Tree? I'm kind of done with the news. I don't know if y'all see anything else in there. I'm saying, yeah, how U.S. and the U.S. and Russia are gonna explore Venus together. Yeah, I'm not that interested. They always work together on those levels. Oh no, I didn't see that. Like Tunguska, Miss Tree. Is there footage of it? Missouri asteroid? Is anybody talking about it? They almost let Missouri get hit by the asteroid. Why? They don't like Missouri. They don't like Missouri. We got, oh, they look right there, meteorite. It's 11 hours ago. This is what what's her name's talking. Susan's talking about this all the time. Was a laser dart? What? Eh?
We do this.
What do you do?
We're good at this.
You're good?
And
no.
Hey guys, what's going on? My name is Louis.
I don't know if I can't play. I can play the news. I can't play other people's video. Let me see. Ooh, whoa! Are you kidding me? That looks weird. That looks suspect. Let me see. Meteor over St. Louis, Missouri was the largest blast. Large blast, really? Hang on, let me find a news channel. Oh, here we go. KMOV St. Louis. Here we go.
This is News 4 with breaking news.
I trust local news a little bit.
A fireball in the sky, then loud booms. It is this bright light show that has people buzzing all around our area tonight. Good evening. Thanks for joining us. I'm Courtney Bryant.
I'm Steve Savard. Right now, we are still working to get more information on what exactly the fireball was, but we have more video to share with you. Take a look at this. This is from Alice Bava in St. Charles County. You see her Ring camera lights up, becomes bright blue with the shooting fireball. That fireball, which is an extremely bright meteor, is likely related to the Northern Torrids meteor shower, which has been going on for the past few weeks.
And here is a view from one of our sky cams downtown. Watch and you'll see the horizon quickly flash bright blue from the fireball. Many people are telling us they felt and heard a boom. We're still gathering video and information. We'll bring you more as we get it.
All right, now the other big
All right. Yeah, I like conspiracies like everybody else. I think that probably was an asteroid. It looked like an asteroid to me. I think they lie about everything. If it wasn't an asteroid, they wouldn't tell us that. I think that's interesting. But I think population reduction, they're okay with it. So I think if they're okay with population reduction, they're not trying to deflect. They're not really trying to deflect smaller meteors. I think the big ones that like really would cause like global cataclysm, they don't want to hit here. Like they got a great thing going. They got black people and white people and Russian people and conservatives. And they got great slaves. I don't think they want to ruin that. But I think the smaller ones, yeah, they'll let them hit. They'll let them hit because it's depopulation. Same way, if they don't clean up pesticides in the aquifers, if they don't clean up Viagra out the water, then they damn sure don't care about no asteroid over in Missouri. Missouri late last night. Yeah, that looked crazy. It looked like an asteroid to me. What? I live right next to Missouri. I didn't hear about the asteroid. Ivana, because you don't watch the news. That's the problem. You listen to NPR. NPR didn't talk about asteroids. They talk about impeachment. See, look, you could have got hit by some space rocks or something. An asteroid's worth a lot of money, Ivana. You grab you one of them, you might have been a millionaire. But impeaching Trump is more important than protecting the population from asteroids raining down on them. Everybody knows that. You got to impeach. You know what? If you impeach Trump, I bet you the asteroid will stop. The asteroids didn't come before Trump. You just got to get him out of office. This is what you got to do. And once again, it has nothing to do with Trump. I just kind of laugh at the things that we focus on. Like, it's funny to me. I only got 5-minute drama cue. That's it. We gotta fight Trump. I'm like, no, I ain't got 5 minutes left. I'm sorry. We're 5:01. We're 5:01. I'm sorry. I don't have any time to. We gotta get him out of office. I'm like, no, I'm sorry. All right. Where did it hit, Megan? I'll tell you, it blew up in the atmosphere like a Tunguska. Tunguska. That's probably what they were hoping for. Y'all heard of Tunguska, right? Oh, someone said who was that? Who said yesterday? I think it was Christine said I need to look at the Philadelphia project. Philadelphia experiment. Yeah, I remember the Philadelphia experiment. I don't remember a whole lot on it. Like, I remember stuff I used to look at when I was a kid. Type in Tunguska. What I look for now is I look for things that are related to the Freedom of Information Act, right? Like, I look for things that are related to what whistleblowers are saying now, because I want that extra. It's kind of like the whole conspiracy thing. Like, you're crossing the street, life is crossing streets your entire life. And I want to turn around and see some facts. I want to see a whistleblower. I want to see a Freedom of Information Act request. So I haven't looked into the Philadelphia experiment, but I do think there was a whistleblower, if I'm not mistaken, a few years ago, who said that said it was real. Philadelphia experiment is when they made the ship disappear, right? This Tunguska right here. This is what they wanted Missouri to look like. This is what they wanted Missouri to look like. That it like flattened how many square miles of trees over Russia a long time ago. If your government has no interest in stopping Tunguska from happening over your state, your government doesn't really care about it. They don't. They're in it for somebody else. The Philadelphia experiment. I'll look into it. Somebody got a good video to start off on. The problem is it's been out there so long that, this is where people, it's declassified. You see that? The Philadelphia experiment was declassified? What? Maybe that's why he told me to look at it. Was there a Freedom of Information Act request on it? Yeah, this is where they sent the ship back in time. And, to say right. This is where they did an experiment, because people are like, conspiracy! They did an experiment based on what Nikola Tesla said, which is right after Nikola Tesla's time, that agrees with modern string theory. It agrees with quantum physics now, where wave energy, agrees with atomic physics. It agrees with all the sciences now. It didn't back then. Back then it was crazy, right? You were crossing the street back then, the people were crazy. You're on the highway, look out for the car, dummy. And you didn't look. Now you can look. Now that your government tells you that it's just science, you can make a ship disappear. Now you can look. Theoretically. Ooh, is it declassified? Maybe that's why sis told me to look at it. Identify flying objects research. No. All right, somebody got a good video, send it to me. I'd love to. It's science, plausible. It's all plausible science. Can you make a ship disappear? You literally can make a ship disappear. It's just about getting the right frequency and getting it to vibrate, because everything you see is a vibration, right? You can only see vibrations at certain frequencies. All you got to do is get the ship to vibrate at a frequency that's slightly off frequency from what we can see or feel. Then the ship goes away. That makes perfect sense. And now it makes sense, because what happens, they said a lot of the U.S. veterans, #support the troops, listen to the veterans, when the ship phased and the ship came back, they were embedded in like bulkheads and the walls and stuff. So like the ship phased, they got the ship to vibrate on a certain frequency maybe, and it disappeared. And the people just were like slightly out of phase with it. And as it came back, maybe it didn't phase back the ship and the metal with the people. And so all the U.S. soldiers, the sailors were all embedded. A lot of them, not all of them, were embedded in the ship. And I think there was a whistleblower who talked about that. So yeah, I'll look into it. We can talk about it. And this is a good reason not to vote. So I ain't voting today. Because y'all making ships disappear and people reappearing in them. It's Veterans Day, ain't nobody supporting those veterans. How about support for them? That's why I ain't voting. You can't have a government with technology to make ships disappear. Is that it right here? I think this is the ship right here. Is it? I thought they got rid of it. They made it phase out and phase back in. And I don't think it was a coincidence that they did that right after Nikola Tesla died and they got access to his notes. I don't think that's a coincidence. Again, I don't believe in coincidences. All right, so I'll take a look at that. That is interesting. I didn't know that there was something declassified. And keep in mind, they only declassify what they want you to know. They never declassify everything. They declassify just enough that they haven't figured out yet. The stuff that they figured out, they will not declassify. That's just how kings and lords and governments work. All right, whistleblower in the Philadelphia experiment is very believable. Here's Rebecca. All right, I'm gonna look into it then. They disappeared, then they reappeared, an experiment gone wrong. Right, Marilyn? Makes sense to me. It was crazy when I was a kid. It's not crazy now. But that's what I mean. They always take us up to the edge of what they want us to know. And if you always think about that, you don't actually have to watch the news. You don't actually have to wait for the billionaires' news to tell you it's true. You can just sit back and say, you know what? They always lie to us and they always lie up to the extent of what they want to. Then you can look at this stuff and say, yep, they probably did it. And they're only telling us the bits about it that they're not planning on using against us. Somehow somebody's going to relate that to 5G eventually. All right. What was the whistleblower's name on the Philadelphia experiment? Let me see. Yep. Transporters, right? And like Star Trek transporters, right, Marilyn? And how stupid is it to keep voting for a government that has transporters that they're not telling you about? To me, that's stupid in my mind. To me, that's dumb. Because you know what, a government that's not on my side, a government that puts poison in my water, that won't let farmers grow my food, that lets pharmaceutical poison be injected in my veins, corporations force that on me. Do you think they care about me and if they got transporter technology? Number one, they don't care about me. So two, no, you cannot have that. If you don't care about me, you're not supposed to have that. It's like Neil deGrasse Tyson sitting behind me. He's like, wait a minute, I don't know you. If I don't know you and you got things that can hurt me, you need to be at a distance. And that's how I think about voting. It's like, nope, I know that they're not on my side. I don't know whose side they're on. We can talk about the Federal Reserve, international billionaires. I don't know. What I know is this government's not on my side. Democrats, no Republicans, don't give two damns about me. So no, you cannot. I'm not going to vote for you to have some transporter technology, make ships disappear. Hell no. What do I look like? What is a minority or a poor white person without his fear? I got my fear. I ain't scared, but I got my fear. So no, you're not going to give me the support for Lex Luthors in a time where governments have secrets. You need to open all that up. Everybody needs to know the truth about everything. You shouldn't have a freedom of information. You know a government's not on your side if they have something called a Freedom of Information Act. They literally have so much deceit that they had to write a law so that you could find out which lies that you get to know about. That's just crazy. Anyway, what job is a good job? A good job is something when you look forward to the future and you can provide for yourself and your family. If you live in a nation where the currency is being collapsed by the same government that has disappearing ships and your job gives you money and money's going away, currency's collapsing, that's not a good job. You need to learn some sort of skills, things that people need. Learn how to make some essential oils. I don't know, do some projects, make some medicine, grow some cannabis. You need to learn how to work with your hands, some plumbing, some electricity. You need to do something that's functional for the people in your community. When the currency's collapsing and everyone's saying we're coming into this next Great Depression, you need to do things that help people. Otherwise, you're not going to have anything to survive with. Now is not a time for jobs and careers. Now is a time for growing up and accepting that our grandparents always knew bad times always come. You're either preparing for them or not. Learn how to do things with your hands, or it's going to be a lot of blood on a lot of people's hands. All right, how you going? This is Gerard. Y'all have a great day. Thanks for joining me on YouTube. Appreciate your subscriptions. I got to get out of here. Y'all have a wonderful, wonderful. Oh, there's Jeannie. Is that Jeannie? That's Jeannie right there. I didn't recognize what I didn't recognize. The Native American talk that I don't talk no more. I don't talk that no more. And I can't say hoopa hoopa noopa poo. I can't say that, friends. But I think that's Genie. All right, I gotta go. That's our arts and crafts person. I gotta go. Y'all have a great day. This is Gerard. Love y'all to death. I'm out of here. Bye-bye.